I'm the epitome of laughter. What cute comic you going to name me after? When did I become the type of scum you step on as you walk on by? I bet you didn't stop to think about how many ships you're going to have to sink before I die. And I bet you're lost as to how this scum turned out to be more than just a sore thumb. I stick like gum straight from the mouth of some bum who only wishes he had too much to drink last night. Stumbling and starving, he's just begging for your change. People passing carelessly, and it might seem strange that this man, shivering, hand over hand, begging for a hand, struggling to stand, sleeping anywhere he can, creating a plan to savor the $1.33 he just found in the street. Hoping that it won't be used in vain, praying that God's gonna stop this rain. He's living in a world that's absent from pain because nothing hurts anymore. He's just waiting for his door. His turn to feel the energy pour from within. The day he gets to learn the meaning of the word, more. A closed hand and an open eye. He looks all around, wondering what to buy. Don't waste it, he replies, just as the kind soul that dropped it did. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Fading. Smiling like a fool, he goes and breaks his own rule. Because a backpack full of hope was all he really bought. How can a man cope with an empty stomach and a mind full of thoughts? How can a man cope with an empty stomach and a mind full of thoughts? So put me back in your melting pot. Laying in this cot, not only do I not understand, but I've got to get away from this. I've been shot too many times for this. It's not like I can fathom this. It's too hot for me to value this. I fought too long and hard for this to be brought down to a goodnight kiss. I was taught to accept no less than bliss, though it takes a lot for me to make a fist of it, cockfighting within the midst of the spotlight, trying to get the gist of this movie life. And how can so many live within fiction, walking amongst this contradiction? Must be nice to get so lost. Spending beyond your limit without glancing at the cost. Man, it must be nice to get so lost. I know where I am, and I don't know where to go. Because you're seeing angels on my shoulder, but the devil's in my mind. My voice shouts blind. I look behind to find I'm simply bound by my ideal. And if the sound I hear is real, then I've found nothing left to feel. Because I've been down from head to heel. So turn around and head south, they say. Deep south. The voice inside my head rendering me fed up with nonsense and the alike. You're still here, kid? I told you to take a hike. And that's how the world works. Empty the hope out of that backpack, son. Fill it up with something just a little less fun. Stuff it with disappointments, because that's all you ever get. Stuff me in as well. I'm sure you can tell I'm not having too much fun at the bottom of this well. Any lower, I bet you I can feel the heat from hell. I'm tempted to start digging. But in the meantime, it's getting a little cold, and the smell here is growing old. I wish my soul had been sold 6 years ago. I wish I didn't have to fit a mold of what the world said I had to be. Because here I am, lifeless inside. And to top it all off, I'm running out of story to tell. But the look on your face says you've heard this all before from somebody else. So what makes my story so awful? Simply because I got ridiculed by a jaw full of hate? Or is it because some of you can relate? Honestly, no one can. This life has never been lived before. Trust me, nobody wants a peek inside this door because I can barely watch it anymore. And the more I watch, the more I find that I'm stuck with my decisions. There is no rewind. I can't even look back because my stack of misfortunes blinds my sight. I guess the world was right. I'm just destined to lose this fight. The grip around my neck is far too tight for me to psych myself out and act like I don't sleep alone at night. It's just funny to see the difference in my tribulations and trials as I walk down the aisles of a world defiled by selfishness. So I guess I figured it all out. I understand what the world's all about. The next time I want to shout out my frustrations, I'll remember. October is before November, and the fire inside me is down to an ember. I can only hope it's still burning. Scratch that. Because they say hope is for the weak. They say it's designated for the meek, but you and I, you know what I say? I say since I'm already on a losing streak, there's only one thing left to do. Let's play hide and seek. You guys go hide. I'm going to count to next week because the leak inside this weak heart makes it speak words you might consider meek, and that's why I went from a winning streak to your epitome. Thinking of everything, living with nothing. I'm fading to white, and darkness is hunting. But Jesus Christ is my one thing.